During this pandemic, when classes are online, why go for a regular MBA as compared to, say, an online MBA? That's the first question.
So if it helps, I can help answer that. See, the MBA is not about, I keep saying that MBA is not about getting the knowledge. ठीक है ना, अगर knowledge ही होती तो वो तो किताब से भी पढ़ लेते हैं. आज online courses हैं, so you can study from online courses. The real benefit, if you think about an MBA, is the two things. Apart from the knowledge, of course, that knowledge is important, but I think the ability to learn, the opportunity to learn from other peers is invaluable. The network that you create with other people is invaluable, because believe me, the people you will do your program with, you're going to see them for the next 30 years of your career and of your life, because you would sort of grow in different areas, but you would follow similar trajectories and so on. So I think the some of the benefits that come from which are intrinsic to an MBA really come from the interaction between students and faculty. There is only so much that one can teach you on a screen, or there is only so much you can learn from a book, right? Unless there are discussions, unless there are case studies, unless there are problem solving, unless you hear and engage in assignments with your friends and peers and classmates. I think the value of an MBA is not fully realized, right? So that is really why we continue to believe in an MBA which is grounded in working and learning together.
Thank you, sir. Another question. This one is specifically about JK Lakshmipathy University. Why should one consider JKLU for MBA?
Hey, Praveen, you want to answer that?
I missed it, Sridhar. Your voice is not very clear. Why should one consider
JKLU for MBA?
Thank you. There are three important parameters that I would want to capture here. The first that we spoke about, which is we bring in a curriculum and a teaching environment that makes you world ready, that makes you corporate ready. So that's the first thing that we would talk about. The second is we have been promoted by JK Group, who've been pioneers among the earliest business people in the country with over 100 years experience, expertise in business. We are part of their CSR initiative. So there's a large corporate backing us, backing the university. The second is we are just not a management college. We are a management college. We are an institute of design, and we are an institute of engineering. So when you come to the university, you interact not only with management students, but you interact with students of different domain. You have an ability to interact with engineers. You have an ability to interact with design studio. So the diversified culture and the diversified environment that we present to our student is far better than just a pure management school. And last but not the least is our campus. We have a 32-acre campus with some very good sports facilities, some very good cultural facilities, and your rounded development happens. A fitter human being is a smarter human being. A fitter human being will deliver more to the corporate than a weaker human being. So we believe in complete human development. We have great facilities for health, sports, gym, cultural development, and that's the culture and environment that we will provide to our students. So we're part of a larger group, CSR initiative of a larger group. We provide you the skills that are needed. We provide you a diverse environment with students from different streams being present in the same campus. And last but not the least, the whole beautiful campus in Jaipur.
Thank you, sir. Another question. How will this business world change after this pandemic? If you can throw some light onto this issue.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Sivaji?
How will this business world change after the pandemic?
Right. So I think a large part of our discussion earlier was about that what will change. I think what the pandemic is doing is accelerating some of the changes which were already there, right? तो पहले वो धीरे धीरे हो रहा था, अब वो बहुत तेजी के साथ हो रहा है. I think this last 1 year has been like almost equivalent to maybe 10 years of change as far as many of these, digitalization is concerned, for example, or globalization is concerned, for example, and changing habits of consumers, for example. Right? There are many businesses which are seeing fundamental shift. How people are buying has fundamentally changed, right? And that is not going to come back to what it was before the pandemic. So I think those are some things that people we all have to contend with in terms of the environment, and know that you have to learn for that. And see, that is really the advantage of an MBA. I mean, why do people do an MBA and not do MTech or MS or many other degrees? The core of an MBA, a good MBA, should be that it should make you versatile, that it should help you navigate changes. It should help you think about changes very differently, and it should make you in some ways, very adaptable and useful in environments like these. Right? And so I think these kind of changes actually play well to good MBA programs. So I will not be surprised if this also forces a separation between MBA programs, because MBA programs which have not invented themselves and have really been the same as they were 5 years ago are going to lose out, because what was good 5 years ago is no longer good. It's not good today.
Thank you, sir. Another question regarding the pandemic. Due to this situation, most of the students who are planning on doing MBA or pursuing it in the future may miss out on the real exposure that we get in the campus environment. How do we compensate to this through online learning?
Right. So I think the truth is that it cannot be, and we have said this before, it cannot be compensated completely through online learning. I think, and that's why, good MBA programs, even in the midst of pandemic, have found ways for students to interact, have found ways for students to participate and do peer learning, have found ways for students to be exposed to others. Mentorship programs have been quite successful in this time. So I think at least we work very hard to kind of make sure that students do get exposure and continue to get the benefits of exposure that comes from being on campus. Having said that, my sense is that the pandemic will subside and there will be opportunities for students to come back to campus. I think the pandemic in some ways is also preparing students for digital world in a different way, right? So there is a good side to it also, where you are learning. Our students have learned, for example, how to collaborate, online, how to study and learn online, etc. So it's a balance, and at least we as a school and as a university like to create opportunities where students do not miss out as much. I wouldn't say that it is perfect, that it is online will be completely the same as offline, and therefore we work harder also to make offline things happen.
Because we are speaking about
to answer the question further, Shivaraja, we just had a Celestia 2021 where we had a festival for 48 hours, which was complete online collaboration. We had over 30 colleges participate in that festival. We had a lot of different. And Shivaraja, why don't you talk about the festival? You are one of the students yourself, and we did this complete online collaborative festival in our campus where students of different disciplines work together. Why don't you share your experience on what we did and what was different?
That was one amazing experience, because we have never conducted an online fest. We were doing it from the very start, building it from the roots, and everyone was coordinating. There were, I won't say that it was always smooth. There were glitches, but we were all coordinating and cooperating with each other. And by the time it was due, we were all set. And it was great to see our efforts come true, or in the form of that test, where there were no problems, technical or otherwise, while conducting. It all went very smoothly, and we got a lot of positive reviews, and not only from our university side, those positive reviews are from others as well. It was a proud moment, I must say.
So I think that's an example of an innovation, and I think the students actually innovated in an environment like that, and I think that's the other side of these kind of challenging environments. So we are very supportive of innovations, and really students surprised us with all the things that they did.
Because we are speaking about the online environment, does the online MBA help in career growth?
So again, I think an online MBA. So there are places which offer an online MBA. I think usually online MBAs make sense for people who are already working, and oftentimes they just are looking for an MBA degree, right? Because I can tell you from both learning in an MBA and teaching in an MBA that the real value of MBA is comes from being together with people. But it's in many cases people are offering cheap online MBAs, and it makes sense for somebody who just wants the degree. You will get it, but I don't know how much one will learn, in which case I would say, why even do an MBA? There are free online courses as well on so many platforms. Maybe one can put together and look at doing free online courses.
To someone who is considering doing MBA in the upcoming academic year, would you suggest any skills that they need to build using this time?
The only thing that I really wanted to share with you is please be aware of what is happening in the world around you. Focus on your communication, talk to people, increase your knowledge, broaden your knowledge, read a little bit about the Indian economy, read a little bit about the pandemic, read a little bit about the world economy, work on your communication skills. By communication skills, I mean your language, the way you deliver, the way you deliver your speech, your presentations. That's all. We will take care of the rest of the skill development in the 2 years that you will spend with us. We will take care of your domain knowledge. Get more awareness. Be more aware as an individual.
Another question is that there are many industries who will not accept non-human resources. Sorry, excuse me. There are many industries who will accept non-human resources more than human resources in the future. Is that a true statement?
Can I take that, Ashish?
Yeah, sure.
So when the industrial revolution came, people thought they will be out of work because the machines able to produce looms are able to produce cloth far better than human beings. I guess there were more jobs that were created in running the factory than running the looms. When computers came in 1990, people thought the computers will take away our job. There were more jobs that got created with the new knowledge economy than the jobs computer took away. As more and more digital tools are coming in, there'll be more specialized jobs. There are more jobs that will get created for good managers, good workers, good humans. Then what robotic process automation or what robots will take away from you. There'll be need for people who can think smarter, work faster, work dynamically, and these computers are still not there. I mean, honestly speaking, the computers are evolving. It will take at least another 10 years for computers to actually evolve to a level where the computer is going to be able to replace a smart decision making. The computer is a great insight in terms of giving you data, but the decision is still being taken by the human across the computer, and that human is you. So that human is not going to go away. That human, and which is where we're making sure that we teach you the right skills for you to be that human in few years to come.
Thank you, sir. Another question is, what is unique about JK Lakshmipathy University faculty?
So I think we've touched upon several of these things, but again, to summarize, I think what makes us different is that we are a corporate university. It's not something that many universities have, which is to be owned and run by a large corporate group, which is an MBA is as close to business as you get, and to be run by a business large business conglomerate, I think gives a certain closeness to business and certain advantages that we have. The second thing is, for us, actually, we are committed to innovation. We are committed to high quality. For us, education is not a business for JK, and that frankly makes a big difference in the way we look at learning. We look at courses. We look at people. We look at students, and that shows through. I think our commitment to being at the cutting edge and making sure that our programs are aligned with reality, I think is not something that I'm involved with a strategy effort for one of the old IIMs, and I can tell you that they are. I think we are thinking much far ahead and much more aggressively about how transformation and change is happening than even the old IIMs. So I think those are, I would say, the big things. Otherwise, and I think what Praveen said, the fact that it's a multidisciplinary university, and so even when you are learning business, you get exposure to technology through courses offered by engineering school, or get exposure to design. I think those are some of the other differences and advantages of being at JKLU.
So speaking about multidisciplinary, you mentioned that data analytics will be a big part of the future MBA course. Do you suggest that one should have an IT field knowledge irrespective of their background?
So I don't think, maybe I should clarify that. So I don't think you should take away that IT is required, right? I think there are people who will know IT and who will know IT more than an MBA will. An MBA is, a good MBA is an integrator. A good MBA needs to know, and that is what our whole effort is, right? I always tell students that, look, don't worry about, am I doing an MBA in HR, MBA in, finance? People say all of this to sell programs, honestly. These are sales tactics, right? Nobody becomes an MBA in sales or MBA in marketing or MBA in technology by, in 2 years or 1.5 years. You will learn more about whatever functional area in 3 months in the company that you work in. The important part about MBA is that can you become an integrator? है ना, कि हमको सब चीजें समझ में आती हैं और उतनी समझ में आती हैं कि हम उसको यूज कर सकते हैं. So you have to learn to be a user of technology, not somebody who's going to be a fix, to be fixing technology. I mean, for that you will always have experts. Right? That's what a business person or a business leader does. He or she knows that okay, this is something. This is something for which I need to go to an HR person. For this, I need to pull in the technology guy, and so on and so forth.
So, one last question. What are the options available for a student post MBA from JK?
So I would think we have and this must be a question on everybody's mind, whether you say it or not. I think the whole objective of MBA is to prepare students for a better career and opportunities. And therefore we take placement very, very seriously. I mean, the person who heads placement for MBA's MBA program for us is himself a very, very senior professional who's been an HR head in companies in India and overseas, and therefore that's the kind of emphasis we give on placements, right? And placements also for us, because we are not a mass MBA. Also, we have a very small selective cohort of students, and so for us, every student is not just a roll number or a number in the class. I mean, so placement also happens like that. So we look. So for example, for Sivaradhya, I mean, the thing would be, what is it that she's good at? What is it that she likes to do? What are the kind of opportunities that will actually give her the best opportunity in the future? Now that may be very different from another student. So the kind of opportunities are very tailored for individuals. There are some people who are very, very focused on startups. There are some students who are very focused on doing startup themselves. And so we help each student look at what they want to do and match them with what matches with what is best given their strengths and their aspirations. But the short answer is, we have companies recruiting. Many of them are Fortune 500 India companies. The JK Group recruits from various group companies recruit from here. Consulting companies recruit from here. Finance companies recruit from here. So there is a fairly large and broad selection of companies who would recruit. Yeah. So these are some of the organizations that recruit from JKLU. But this is not, I won't say that this is the list, because if I know that there is a student who's very interested in a particular segment or a particular sector, then I would want that to bring that company, and I would work with my our placements would work to bring that organization into to recruit from us.